Hey, I'm Coach Porscha Jewell, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're talking about rising stars who are accomplishing big things and living out big dreams. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we got a hooper turned coach, another one of our African queens. Kevin, we need to sound the alarm or something like that, man, for when we get these HBCU, especially when it's HBCU. We are going to tell you the journey of Porscha Jewell today. Coach, Houston, Texas, represent. How y'all living? How you doing, Coach?
I'm pretty good. How are you? I'm loving it. I love being home, so, you know.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how special it is to coach in your own backyard when you came up hooping. But before we jump into Porscha Jewell's, Coach Porscha Jewell's amazing story, allow me to introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana animal, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside of my co-host, my brother from another mother, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you living, man?
I'm living good, B. Jones. You know, we had Coach Mercedes on from Langston. Now we got a Porsche on, man. We need only thing we missing is a Halle Berry. That's what we missing.
Lexus. We need Lexus too.
I won't have Lexus. Yep.
Hey, well, check this out. Listen, if this is your first time joining the show, first and foremost, we want to say thank you so much for being a part of this platform. We know you could have been anywhere else out there, but you came and checked us out. You came rocking with us. And with that, we got to ask a small favor of you. You know what I mean? Kevin and I want to keep this awesome momentum of 2022 rocking and rolling strong like an 18-wheeler. And on the count of three in Sports Life Talk tradition, PV, y'all came out here to Dallas and acted a donkey. Y'all came out here and took a W away from Grambling. So I know y'all gonna show some love today. On the count of three, let's smash that subscribe button. Let's grow this show. Here we go. PV, stand with me. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family members. And now you are officially our play cousin. But Porscha, it is time. It is your moment. This is why they came here. You are the main event. Porscha Jewell, are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go.
B. Jones, I feel like I need like some band music and I need to just be like,
I know. Yeah.
That's what we need.
Every time like HBCU coach, come on, we just need to break it down, like pull batons out and everything, man. Nah, I'm with you, KT.
Yeah, but we don't have that kind of budget. All right, so to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right, top 5. Drake is definitely going to be up there. We got to put some Sade. Yeah, some Kevin Gates.
I'm in my feelings.
I love me some Kevin. Maxwell. You got to throw in some Maxwell. And then my last spot, I'll say Nas.
So B. Jones, normally I give 5, but she said Sade.
Right?
Give her 7.
Give her 7?
Give her 7.
I have a Pandora radio station, so like anytime that's like what I listen to when I want to.
B. Jones, is it a crime to give her 7?
No, it's not, man. But then you setting the bar. You setting precedents, man. I just want to make sure we live to this standard going forward, show after show, man. That's all I want to make sure.
Sade is on another level, though. B. Jones, give it 7.
Yeah.
All right, count them up, y'all. Here we go. Yeah. You saw I hesitated on that 7th one. I wanted to make sure.
But B. Jones, you didn't catch what I said. Is it a crime? You didn't catch that, did you? With the whole Sade, she got okay.
No.
All right. So, Coach, who's your favorite sports team?
Rockets for sure. Houston
Bless
Rockets.
your heart.
My dad is a diehard Houston Rockets fan. Or any team that's Texas or Houston, really. And then Houston Comets. I know they don't have them anymore, but I would wish that we would get a WNBA team back here in Houston.
Me too.
Those games when I was little. Saints. Recently became a Cowboys. I said Cowboys fan. I got to do it. I know like I said, it's a family thing. What else?
I like the Saints though. Let's talk about the Saints.
No, I like the Cowboys, B. Jones. So he's splitting it right down the middle. So
yeah, I gotta do both. And then the Astros, also.
Okay, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
So Venom.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a Venom fan. I love Venom. Like, especially with Tom Hardy. Oh my gosh, I love
Yeah,
Venom.
it is pretty funny. But what about Venom? I mean, that's an interesting selection right there.
I think because like when you watch how Venom came to be is like people see him as a villain, but he's really like not trying to do any harm. It's just like naturally, it's his nature to like want to eat people. He's an alien. That's kind of how that goes. But the way Tom Hardy uses him, the host, is to do good, and it really just depends on the host because he's a parasite. So I don't know. It's just.
I like that. I like that.
Because I think that's our second Venom.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Michael Mathis. Go back and check his episode. I think he said.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. All right.
Well, I'll say this though, Kevin. That tells us a lot about Porscha though. She says it's her natural instinct to eat people. So I could just I want to know more about her on the basketball court, Kevin. If that was her mentality, like, hey, I'm here to eat folks.
Yeah, when I was on the court, it was you was trying to kill. So
I got a little worried, B. Jones, because of the whole Netflix series that they got out right now about eating people. So I was like, hold up, Coach, you got to clean it up for us. All right, Eddie Brock. Since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
I recently heard the song Mount Everest by Labyrinth. And that one is like, I love that song. I love the way like it comes in, like the whole like intro, like the tone before the lyrics even hit. That would definitely be my theme song.
Yeah, we got to go listen. That would be Jones.
Yeah, for real. I don't know that track.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got what's another Sade song? Is it like not Smooth Criminal? It's something with criminal, but whatever. Sade, you dope. All right, Coach. On behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you to the family. So, B. Jones, please take it away, brother.
Oh, man. Well, welcome to the family, Coach. You are now officially one of our play cousins. We are so excited about having you on here.
Oh, hold on. My bad, B. Jones. I was trying to go with Your Love is King. Isn't that the song?
Oh, that's one of them? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my bad for cutting you off, B. But yeah.
It's okay, man. If you can figure out any other Sade references throughout this amazing episode, please feel free to drop them. I want to hear about them. Yeah, all I know is Sade was, but when I was a little kid, hey, I can watch the videos all day.
You think about a lot of artists sample Sade too. So.
Yeah, like Snow Allegra. Snow Allegra stole one of her songs.
Snow dope though. All right, Coach, let's talk about it because you balling on the bayou. You from H-Town. Hey, first time I caught feelings. Hey, did you grow up listening to H-Town? How old are you, Coach?
I actually turned 32. I'm 31 right now. So.
Okay, so you don't know nothing about emotions make you cry sometimes.
So anytime, like when I was younger, like I said, my mom, she didn't have me until she was like 35. So I grew up listening to like the oldies. So I might not be able to name it, but if I hear it and I know some lyrics, then I can. Okay,
because it was a group.
H-Town was the truth.
Yeah, I'm about to say H-Town was off the chain back when I was coming up. All right, Coach, but tell us what it was like for you growing up in H-Town, though. You know, we've had a few people kind of break down H-Town for us, food wise and all that stuff. But I want to hear Porscha Jewell's take on the big city.
I mean, for me, growing up in Houston, like, I love being from here. It's when I grew up, it was very close knit, so you go to the store, you see somebody, people speak, it's almost like a small town feel in a big city, which is kind of weird now because it's so many people here to where it hasn't lost that, but you don't feel it as much. And then also growing up and playing basketball here, the competition level was crazy. Like, we played, I played against people that are in the league now. And then for myself, like with AAU, playing against people that are coaching now on all different levels. So I learned to compete in a lot of different ways being from Houston, I think. And then also my dad, like, my dad would take me to an empty court anywhere in the city and he would work me out. And then if he saw like a random guy on the other end and they're hooping, he's like, "Hey, you want to come play my daughter?" So, and and they'd be like, "Okay, yeah, pops." And then it's a one-on-one game. So, like I said, it's just always been like, a lot of love here. And then I know you mentioned food. So, like I said, my mom is from Louisiana. You have a lot of people here from, Louisiana. And then you also are starting to get like a lot of other cultures that come for food. So almost any type of food you're looking for.
Well, yeah, y'all.
It's good.
Hey, y'all can tell I love to eat. I love to eat Houston food, New Orleans food. It's all crazy down there.
B. Jones, before you say something, B. Jones, I want to say something about your dad. He did the right thing. Have you play against guys?
Man, oh no! Like I said, when I was younger, I'd be like, "You really want me to go play against him?" But now that I'm older, it instilled, like I said, a certain competitiveness, and also like a certain it built my confidence because like I said, I would go into the game and be like, "Dang, I really gotta play this guy." But then once we got done, I'd be like, "Man, I really I held my own. I could score a bucket or get a stop." So, and I would carry that over into like when I got ready to go play into other games or when I got ready to go compete in practice with my team and stuff like that. So, I mean, it definitely helped in the long run. I mean, he knew what he was doing. At the time, I was like, I don't know, but he knew what he was doing. So.
All right. Okay. Well. Now we know where the I want to get on the court neat folks come from. So tell us a little bit about your high school career now. And I saw you took it to the college area where you actually came up here to the DFW area and did a little hooping. So what position did you play, Coach?
I was definitely a shooting guard. I played the 1 through the 3 for the most part, and then. When I went to school out there in Plano, that was the first JUCO I went to. I went JUCO grades, and it was between a school in Plano and a school out here in Houston. So, and then going back to high school, I played varsity sophomore through senior year. And then, like I said, the only reason why I didn't play freshman, of course, because we had a lot of talent coming out of Fort Bend at the time. You had a lot of kids that were graduating, going D1. Kind of how there's been a shift in the demographics, but like I said, at that time, just know they had some names there.
Right.
And then, like I said, once I got to JUCO, went to Plano, played there a little bit, made it to our playoffs. I think we, lost the first or second round. And then after that, transferred out. Went to Houston-Tillerson. That's where I graduated from. So I graduated from HBCU in Austin. And that year, I had a couple accolades where, we finished, we had a 25 top ranking that year. I led in scoring, rebounding. I love defense. I was
defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I love defense, though, mostly because I'm a transition player. So, you get a stop on defense and you get to go. So that's why a big reason why I love that. But yeah, and then I, had a couple 30-point games, things like that. So.
Kevin, look how she just dropped that in there real silky smooth. I had a couple of them. I put 30 on their head a few times. You know what I'm saying? Just a few times. So. All right, Coach. Well, it's always interesting to hear how good or great basketball players kind of make that transition to becoming a coach. So tell us a little bit about your journey, how you became from the courts, from the free throw line to the sideline. How did that all happen?
So I've always had a love for coaching. A lot of it does go back to my dad. Like I said, I watched him. He coached my brother when he played Little League, and literally is right up the street from where I stay right now. So watching him do that, I just always knew I wanted to coach. But once I got done with school, I didn't get that opportunity right away. So when I went back to Austin, I started working in pretty much the tech field for like data entry, analytics, stuff like that. I did that for a couple years. And then I just was like, I really want to coach. So, I found a middle school, pretty much a private school in Austin, started with middle school, then started coaching the high school there. And even before.
So when you talk about starting at the bottom, the middle school, it don't get no lower than middle school. Unless you can find elementary school out here with a basketball.
Tell you what happened there. Like I said, I had coached AAU and stuff like that before, but those are volunteer opportunities. So it's not really like you're getting paid for it or anything like that. It's more so you're doing it because you really want to do it. And I had done that before, but I knew I needed to. At that time, after, like I said, I graduated, I knew I needed to do something where I was getting paid for it and where I could get a little bit more recognition. So I was like, okay, well, like I said, they had a middle school opportunity open. I applied for it. They gave it to me. And then we won pretty much the district championship for that. And then that core group, was transferring into like high school. Most of them were going to be freshmen that following year. And so I got the assistant high school coach position. And then that year we were I think a game or so away from state for private school in Texas for TAPS. And then the next year after that, we got the #1 VIPE ranking for Austin private schools. So after that, like I said, this was all part-time. So, I was still doing that and then working in tech pretty much. But an opportunity came up where I could go be a GA at a school in Kansas. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it. So I did that, and it's really just been going pretty well since then. So.
All right. Well, how'd you land at PV? How'd you get back to Houston, Texas? Because it sounds like you. Now, first off, let me ask you this quick. Where's Ottawa?
Ottawa's in Kansas. So
okay.
Funny story. A coach that I played for in JUCO, I was in and out emails. I was emailing out my resume pretty much. It was just like, I really want to coach. If you can use me, or somebody's looking for an assistant coach, I would be happy to join their staff and help out. And she forwarded my resume to the coach at Ottawa, who was looking for someone in that position. And I also wanted to get my master's, so it kind of just worked out. And I'm thankful for her to give me that opportunity, because like I said, that led to the next step, which was then I got a JUCO assistant job, still in Kansas. And once I got that, then I had one of my other coaches reach out and was like, hey, PV is looking for another assistant coach. And I was like, what? I get to go home? So I was like, I'll apply for it. And I ended up getting that. And like I said, it's kind of just a full circle moment. So, yeah.
All right. So you chose an interesting time to become a coach, right? Because as you go into coaching, you got COVID happens, you got teams going through quarantine. Just the whole world catches on fire. Now all of a sudden you come out of quarantine or you come out of COVID. Now you got mental health and Black Lives Matter, and then all of a sudden they say, hey, we're gonna start paying players. So you being a recruiting coordinator, because I don't know, it's something about the recruiting coordinators that I just naturally gravitate to. Maybe it's because we kind of them type A personalities, but I know that's kind of and for those of you, this is your first time watching, me and Kevin, we go back and forth, we argue. Kevin is a former head coach. He is all about the X's and O's, and I'm all about the Jimmy and Joes. I feel like you can't win if you don't have just dogs, if you don't have the right players. I look at certain teams and I'm saying that I could go into a game and say they should win this game based off of the amount of talent they have. But tell us how this transition has been for you as you dealt with all of this culmination of all of these different things thrown into a gumbo.
I think it's been exciting. Something I've learned about myself is I do love a challenge, because it gives you an opportunity to expand, to grow, to, I guess, also go research and in becoming a recording coordinator with the things that you just mentioned with COVID and, players being able to make money off of their own branding and, just different things like that. I've had to go and really do my own research and see, okay, well, what is getting these kids to sign? What are they looking for? What is working for programs? What's not working for programs? And I think doing that, like I said, has been fun, and it allows me to say, okay, well, if this is what's going to help us get better recruits, maybe we should make this adjustment here or there. So, yeah. That part I think is it's been a bit of a challenge, but that part has been fun as well. So,
well, one thing that I can say, and I go on record, as we made it one of our missions to highlight the stories of African-American coaches, we also go above and beyond to make sure we recognize the female game. I'm upset right now. LeBron out there buying pickleball teams and not buying WNBA franchises. But you being a female hooper, you chose to coach in the women's game. What do you think we need to see to progress the game to the next level? Now, and I know that the females basketball is still relatively young. We had a coach come on the show and they were like, well, you got to remember the NBA back in the 70s wasn't the NBA we see right now, right? So I'll give them that. But at the same point in time, me and Kevin, we went to a collegiate basketball females game, and it couldn't have been no more than 50 of us in there. Couldn't have been no more than 50. So I'm just wondering, what, and from your opinion, Porscha, and I know you're relatively new to this thing, but in your opinion, what do we need to see happen, or what needs to take place for the females game to get that equality, to get more television sets, to get more visibility, more NIL dollars, whatever it is?
I definitely think the WNBA, for me, just kind of has to find a better way of keeping their better talent. Like, for example, this past season was very exciting, but that was because they had exciting players to watch. There's a new league that I was seeing where a lot of those players, that you saw this year played in that league prior. There was time. Athletes Unlimited. Right.
Yeah.
And they had people at those games, but that's because you have players that people want to watch. You can't expect people. That's just like, say, the Lakers are playing, right? But during preseason games for preseason games for NBA, people don't really watch those preseason games a lot of times because the stars aren't playing. So for me, I think in the WNBA, if they do a better job of keeping those star players there in the league, where they're not, sitting out the WNBA season to go play elsewhere, that would make a big difference, because everybody has a favorite player and everybody wants to see their favorite player play. So
that's right.
Before we move to our championship round, this is some of the things that we came up with. And B. Jones came up with a real good one, and I came up with one. Mm-hmm. So for every NBA city, there should be a WNBA team. That's one. And then B. Jones, he's saying, like, when a player is about to sign his contract, a part of that money should go to him having a stake in the WNBA team. That's
right. I was thinking more of like when we look at the Supermax. Now listen, I know it's some cats out there who gonna be signing like a 2-year $30 million deal. I don't expect that person to come out their pocket, but I'm talking about the Giannis's, the LeBron. I'm talking about the people that's making 45, 50 million a year, and I would be surprised if it costs more than $3 million to have a WNBA franchise yearly. I would be surprised if it does cost more than that. I need to know, and learn a little bit more about it. But I just think that maybe if you throw some equity, right? You throw some equity, because we clearly see LeBron wants to own the team. We see Dwayne Wade, he comes out, he wants to own teams. So just give some of these younger guys the opportunity to have some ownership. They can make decisions. They can have a career out after, right? Even if they sell they stock after they retire or sell their portion of the team, they still got that equity in it. So that was my idea. But
no, I definitely agree with both of those. And as far as the equity piece, like, that money doesn't even have to come, say from the salary. The NBA they have so many different streams of income where you can get that money from other places.
Real estate.
So, there's more than, you don't even have to touch the players' salaries if you don't want to. They have multiple streams of income that they can use to funnel that back into the WNBA. So
look, Porscha telling y'all how it is. You know what I mean? Porscha, before we go into the championship rounds, you're smiling. You got that real nice personality. Now I know you're a dog on the court, but I gotta ask, what kind of coach are you? If I was to send my daughter down there right now, what kind of coach would she be getting out of Porscha Jewell? Because I don't know, you're kind of nice, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit something that I ain't seeing, especially when she say her spirit hero is Venom. Like,
no, I mean, like I said, I definitely, I'm going to encourage each and every player that I have to, like, you know, kind of build their confidence to be, I don't want to say like, yeah, be a dog, but also just to compete. You know, that's something that even as a recruiter, like that is, I don't want to say it's becoming a little harder to find, but, you know, kids don't know how to really compete the way that I feel like we grew up, you know, like you knew you had to, like, it was either you was go compete or you wasn't go play, you know. So that's something that I definitely try to instill. But I'm also a coach that's, you know, I'm gonna definitely try to build your confidence. I'm gonna show you what areas that you need to improve in order to grow. But I'm also gonna, you know, I'm not one that's gonna try to beat you down or feel like I have to break you to get you to do, you know, to buy in. So.
Yeah, those days are gone of breaking kids and building back up, because once you break them, they done.
Yeah. I was about to say.
I never liked that. You know, when I was a player, I didn't feel like that was needed. So, you know, if you, to me, you know, and to each coach their own, but for me, I feel like there are other approaches that you can take to get what you need out of a kid and to help them get what they need. So
I like that mentality.
If you're a coach that the whole practice you're yelling, you're not coaching.
Yeah,
that's not coaching. Kids are drowning you out. They're listening to
others. You'll catch a stroke like that before you get the kid to do what you want to do. So
yeah, you got to build that relationship with them first. Then you can yell at them. You can't just go in there blah 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 blah. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's how it is. But yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna say this. I think some of these kids need that, because one thing we've had hundreds of coaches come on this show, and the one thing that they always talk about is life after basketball. Life after basketball, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Life after basketball ain't gonna coddle you. Life after the sport ain't gonna be your best friend. It's gonna be some crappy days, and you're gonna need to be willing to bounce back from tough times. So I don't know. I think it's a difference between coaching and disrespecting. I think you need to respect the kids. Like, to your point, if you hollering the whole time, you ain't winning nobody.
Right. There's a balance there. You know, there's a difference. Like, for example, I think what you're talking about is like discipline, right? You have to have that discipline, because there's consequences when there is no discipline. So I think, like I said, you know, there's just a balance there, and building a relationship piece is pretty much what I try to focus on as a coach. Because, like I said, when I was playing, I wish I had better relationships with some of my coaches. So,
and just to end it, B. Jones, Bob Knight right now. How many people are gonna play for Bob Knight right now?
I don't know, man. And honestly, you know, it's kind of sad because we don't even really hear his name as much as we probably should. So that's a pretty good point. Like, they don't even use that dude as an example as coaching at all. You know, we hear about the Deans and the Roy Williams and Coach some of these Coach K's and Bobby Knight was right there with him at Indiana at a certain time. So yeah, you're right about that, KT.
He just went Venom on too many people. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta watch out for Coach.
Listen, Venom is
when Child's out there on the floor, man.
All right, B. Jones, let's get into it, man.
Well, I'm about to go Venom on you, brother.
I hope not. I want to.
Coach Porscha Jewell, it is time for me to eat Kevin. And welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we compete. We go one-on-one, and you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
No.
All right, so the rules are very simple. Both Kevin and I will present to you an option. You select one of those options. Whichever one you select, that host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3, will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And Coach, I'm on a hot streak right now. I wish I should have wore gold. I should have worn a yellow jersey, because right now I'm feeling like a champion. I'm feeling like royalty on this thing. And I feel like, I don't know, me and you, we kind of, hey,
no.
I feel like we're vibing. You know what I'm saying, Coach?
Okay, he is on the hot streak, Coach. He's won 3.
Oh, he got the belt right now?
He's won it 3 times. I've been beaten 3 times in a row. So remember, who reached out to you? I got to cheat, B. Jones. I'm a heel on this one. I got to cheat, Coach.
He's trying to use the relationship. I understand.
I'm building that relationship. We've been talking through text. There we go, B. Jones. I got you, brother.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. Coach Porscha Jewell, would you rather have an award named after you, like the Porscha Jewell Trailblazer Award, given to a young lady that's following a journey similar as yourself, or
would you rather have a shoe made by Nike named after you and the proceeds go to multiple scholarships in your name?
I think the multiple scholarships.
Yeah, that was a nice addition, production team.
Yeah.
Nice addition. I see what they did there. I see right now we're going to have to do something Herculean to come back on this one. It's okay.
Say, B. Jones, in wrestling, you have the baby face, which is you. You've been winning, and you got the heel. A heel has to win by any means necessary. You Martin Luther King on this one, Malcolm X. Let's go. All right, so round 2.
Sister Jewel. All right, here we go.
Would you rather host a cooking show where you interview athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns, or
host a YouTube basketball pickup series where you get to interview professional athletes playing one-on-one in the basketball gyms that they grew up in while interviewing them?
So I do like to eat, but I'm going to choose the basketball court thing because, for one, I know for me, like I said, being in Houston, we used to have a lot of open gyms. And you take us back to our home court, yeah, you go hear some stories. So,
all right,
you did hear. I think he won 3 straight. This almost 4. I need for you to get your life together. It's Sunday. Come on, let's go.
All right, go. Final round. Would you rather, Porscha Jewell, go back in time, knowing what you know now, getting a chance to either start your career over, knowing what you know now, though? You get to, you get to do things a little bit differently, and I'm gonna give you the school of your choice. Any school you want to coach at, or
you fast forward 15 years, and now you are an established head coach, but you have your own coaching tree full of head coaches throughout college.
Whew. That's tough. That's tough. All right, I'm a fast forward though, because I've done this thing where, especially in the last, since COVID has happened, that, to try to not to repeat or change things. So I'm gonna stick with that, and we're gonna move forward. So,
well, Coach, I am cherishing this day. Shout out to Sade. And new champion. Oh my God, I could not have walked around with my head up or head up high if he would have won 4 straight. Thank you so much. I think she has another song called "Nothing Can Come Between Us" either, Coach. So thank you so much.
I think that's 3. Is that 3 Sade references?
Yeah, I'm on it now. I told you I love Sade because her love is king. Her love is king.
Coach, I gave you any school you wanted. You could have been right there with Don Staley.
I know, but I don't want to go backwards. It's some lessons though. I would have applied differently, but
she wants to go forward, B. Jones, and look at the seeds that she's planted throughout college.
Yeah, because I definitely want to be able to do, what coaches have done for me. So.
Coach, I'm so disappointed.
I gotta get one of these sports live talk hoodies.
It's yours. It's yours, Coach.
Oh, it's coming.
It's yours. It's yours.
Oh, I'm definitely getting you one.
All right, Coach. Well, the title of the show is "You Got Next." We want to know now that we rocking with you, Coach Jewell. I'm sick to my stomach, ladies and gentlemen. I had 4.
Cherish the day, brother. Cherish the day.
I'll talk to the producers after the show.
Yeah, you can
Coach. So we got to know, what does the future hold for you, Coach? And I mean, I know we want to talk about PV, but we want to follow you long term. What does the total picture look like for you? Maybe even 5 years from now.
I'm gonna be coaching. I'm gonna for sure be coaching. Like I said, I made this transition because this was something I wanted to do long run. Success is definitely in my future. I know that as well. And being able to, help kids the way I wanted my coaches to help me, and the way that some great coaches have helped me. So, getting these kids these degrees, the ones that want to get to the league, helping them try to do that, or go play professionally, giving them the tools they need to do that. And like you said, having that tree where I can look back and be like, I helped this person, this person that helped me can look back and be proud of what I did. So, yeah.
Don't referencing that.
He gave me a horn. Okay.
Yeah, that's how he do when he lose, Coach.
Man.
He hasn't lost in a while, so he doesn't know how to act. So I'll give him that. No home training, B. Jones. Do better with our new family members. All right, Coach.
Well, she family now, though. She family now. So she knows it's all in love.
No, that was awesome.
All right, so do you have any shout-outs you want to give, Coach?
Oh, yeah. So definitely for every coach, like I said, I am new to this, but the coaches that have given me opportunity up until this point, they're watching this, you know who you are. So a big shout out to you. A big shout out to my parents, because anything I've said I want to do, like I said, leaving a salary job and saying I want to go be a grad assistant and coach, and they said, okay, we got you. So, shout out to them, and shout out to God for my journey up until this point. So, yeah.
I like that journey.
It's a dope journey. So this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game ball to?
Man, so first person, I have a friend who's at New Mexico State, China Turner. I think she has a great story. Also, Precious Ivy, she's at Trinity Valley, 𝐥𝐤𝐞 here in Texas, a powerhouse. And then also a great mentor for me. And then also my head coach, I don't know if you guys know, but Coach Pugh, she's won a couple SWAC championships. So trying to get back to another one, so that way she can have two at two different schools. So
Turner, Ivy, Pugh, all amazing coaches. We will be reaching out to you because you guys got next. Welcome. We're gonna welcome you with open arms to the show. Can't wait to have you on. Kevin will be reaching out here really, really, really soon. But Coach Porscha Jewell, hey, you are the crown jewel of PV. We are so excited to have you on the show. We can't wait to see how your career progress, whether that's at PV or that's growing out to some other teams. Hey, we are so excited about watching your journey. So, Porscha Jewell, you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation, thank y'all for rocking with us one more again. Hey, me and Kevin, we here. We in here like swimwear. Y'all better stop playing with us or start praying with us, because we gonna keep growing this thing. We gonna keep doing big things, and we trying to accomplish big dreams. Kevin, how about that? But
y'all are doing it though. So
hey, we appreciate it.
Y'all are doing it. So
hey, well, listen, there's a couple of little housekeeping things. First and foremost, I want to tell you to smash that subscribe button. If you didn't do it earlier, smash it now. Show us some love. You stuck around with us this long. Go on, hang out with us, because we got over 250 episodes of You Got Next. I'm telling y'all, some amazing stuff, some amazing content. And then lastly, share this. Second of all, share this episode with somebody. Somebody out there needs to hear about Porscha Jewell's story. Somebody actually might want to go to PV. You don't know what kind of impact you can make just by doing a small little thing and copy pasting and then throwing it into a text message and helping us to grow the show. And then lastly, Kevin and I, we hang out every Wednesday night. We go live. We stream on Twitter. We stream on YouTube. If you smash the subscribe button, you get a front row ticket to an all access pass. We actually have our family members in the comments. It is just a fun time. The nation comes out. I mean, you'll get to hear some of Kevin's horrible takes as a Cowboy fan, but you can also get to hear me drop science, drop jewels. Look at that. Look at that pun. Drop jewels. And I lost though. You know what I'm saying? All right, but I don't know, Kevin. What am I missing, man? What am I missing, sir?
The fact that I won again. You want to throw that out there, man? I don't know how to act, B. Jones, so I'm gonna try to be humble. Hey,
okay, it's all good. Just remember, it come back around. Don't worry. Y'all watch the next episode, please. If y'all out here, watch the next episode when I bring that thing back. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to say.
So to everybody out there, please, don't be afraid to slide in somebody's DM or send an email, because that's how we got Coach on the show. Coach, thank you so much for responding to that email, and then shooting your boy a text, say, hey, I want to do this. How do we get this started?
Yeah.
We will follow your journey. We're looking forward to you being the head coach, and we will be at a Prairie View game this year.
Yes, come out and support the purple and gold. So
I wish I knew Sade's lyrics, because I know that sweetest taboo. Yeah, sweetest taboo. Hey, nah.
So Jones, we keep going, man. Sade, holla at us. I know you're almost in your 60s, but we love you.
Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know, your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
It was crazy. I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.